Can a protein sequence provide us with the information regarding its function? Yes, it can. And there are several methods and tools with which we can explore that. But one of the basic methods of identifying the potential function of a protein sequence is to test or check what kind of conserved domains are present in that sequence. And the conserved domain search tool or the conserved domain blast tool available at NCBI allows us to search exactly for that. It is important for us to remember that this tool is part of the conserved domain database that is housed as part of the NCBI resource, and there are various methods by which we can search this particular resource. One of the basic and most used methods is the use of the blast search that is available at the conserved domain database. So without much delay, let us try to submit a sequence in the conserved domain blast tool and see what kind of results it produces. So again, we will be using the test sequence that we have been using for our analysis. So this is our test sequence, and we will paste it in the corresponding box for pasting the sequence. It is important to remember that the conserved domain blast tool requires the use of the FASTA sequence. So we have submitted a FASTA sequence for analysis, and now let us click on submit. It will take a bit of time since it is querying against the existing database, and this is the result that we get as a result of the analysis. And here you can see that the conserved domain that has been identified is described as S1 like superfamily, and the sequence that has been provided according to the result of the conserved domain blast is a cold shock containing domain containing protein. Okay, so there are many ways of identifying or getting to know regarding the various facets. If you just keep your cursor on the specific conserved domain that has been identified, you can see the description and a putative structure of that domain as shown in the black box, as you can see in the window that has opened. Apart from that, you can also find the DNA binding site and the RNA binding motif, which are all part of this particular conserved domain. Now, this tool also allows you to search for similar domain architectures. As you must be aware that conserved domains are structures which are conserved across evolution and conserved across specific protein families. So there might be similar domain architectures which are there in other proteins as well. So let us look at and search for similar domain architectures. Now if we click on that, as you can see, a new tab opens up. Okay, so the lists are getting populated. We'll let this run. We'll go back to the original home page from where we started the analysis, and we can also find that it also has superfamily information attached to this particular conserved domain information or the cold shock DNA binding domain. As you can see, it is an S1 like superfamily, ribosomal protein S1 like RNA binding domain. So you can have information, and you can identify various types of information from this particular analysis tool, such as the conserved domain blast. And once we have identified this, we need to populate our result table that we are generating, and the column which is specific for the conserved domain analysis, we will write in that column that our protein, or in this case the test sequence that we are using for analysis, contains the cold shock domain containing protein. We can copy the information that is here, we can copy this, and we can again paste it in the same text file such as here, Apart from that, we can also take a screenshot of this graphical summary for later use. So we can take a screenshot and then we can copy that screenshot and directly paste it in the file which we are populating our data with. So this is how we can use the NCBI conserved domain BLAST and conserved domain database for identifying putative conserved domains in the sequence of analysis.